I don't know about you, but as soon as winter hits, my skin lets me know about it. My lips and my hands are always the first to show it too. They go from soft and hydrated to dry and rough, and sometimes they even crack seemingly overnight. The cold air that's outside and the dry heat on the inside of your house, it all pulls moisture right out of our skin. So in today's video, we're going to be making a rich, replenishing hand repair cream designed to bring that moisture back in and lock it in so it'll stay there, okay? We're gonna be using some powerhouse ingredients like glycerin and propanediol. Those are gonna both be for deep hydration, panthenol and allantoin for soothing and repair, and rich emollients like lanolin, shea butter, and avocado oil to restore softness and create that protective barrier that our skin really needs in the colder winter months. So if your hands are feeling the winter blues already, grab your spatula because we're about to go and give them the love that they really deserve. Let's get going. Okay, friends, we are over here at Creation Station. Let's just get going, shall we? We're going to be making that winter hand repair cream that I talked about in my intro. I have my water portion and my oil portion already weighed out. I've got my water bath ready to go here. First thing that we're going to do in our water portion is we're going to be adding our xanthan gum to our glycerin to make a slurry. So xanthan gum is our thickener. It's a natural polysaccharide, basically a long-chain sugar, and its job in this formula is to build that soft, cushiony gel network that keeps the cream from feeling runny. It's also going to help suspend the good stuff evenly so that the product doesn't separate. The glycerin is in here for two reasons. First, it's a humectant, which means that it pulls water into the skin and helps keep your hands hydrated instead of tight and papery feeling. Second, in this step, it's actually doing us a favor as a helper for the xanthan gum. So you'll see that we're going to mix this xanthan gum with the glycerin to make that slurry before I add it to the water phase, and that's called making a slurry. So we do that because the xanthan gum loves water so much that if you just dump it straight into your water, it's going to immediately grab onto the surface and form little clumps and fish eyes that never fully smooth out. So by pre-wetting it with the glycerin, we coat those particles so they stay separate. And then later on, we're going to add that slurry into the water and start mixing. So we're going to start with our water portion here, our distilled water. And to that, we're going to be adding some disodium EDTA. It's what's known as a chelating agent. Its job is to grab onto metal ions that can sneak into your formula from water, raw materials, or even your mixing tools. Those trace metals like calcium or iron might not sound like a big deal, but they can actually mess with your preservative system. It can cause discoloration and shorten your product's shelf life over time. Next up, we have allantoin. It's a gentle skin conditioning ingredient that helps calm irritation and encourage healthy skin renewal. It's actually known for its ability to smooth and soften rough or flaky skin, which is perfect for dry winter textures of your skin. So think of it as the ingredient that helps your skin recover faster. Next up, we have panthenol, also called provitamin B5. It works hand in hand with the allantoin. It draws moisture into the skin, it helps strengthen the barrier, and gives that soft, plump, hydrated feel that lasts even after washing your hands. So together, the allantoin and the panthenol, they make the cream feel soothing right away, not just rich or greasy. They're small percentages, but they make a really big difference in how comforting and restorative this formula feels. Citric acid is going to be our next ingredient. It might sound like something that's sharp or acidic, but in this formula, it's actually used in a really gentle way. Its main job is to help balance the pH of the cream so that it's, in the sweet spot around 4.8, which is right where our skin naturally sits. And when the pH drifts too high, it can leave the skin feeling dry or irritated, but keeping it slightly acidic not only feels better for the skin, but it also helps the formula itself stay healthier. After that, we're going to put in some propanediol. It's one of those quiet little multitaskers that does a lot behind the scenes. It's a humectant and a solvent, which means it helps to draw water into the skin and helps some of the other ingredients dissolve and blend in more easily. And in this formula, the propanediol works together with the glycerin to boost hydration, but unlike the glycerin, it has a lighter, silkier feel. It's going to keep your cream from feeling sticky while still helping your skin hold on to the moisture. Give this a little bit of a stir. You don't have to stir until it's fully dissolved because the water bath is going to do that for you. So now that we have all of our ingredients in our water phase, we're going to go ahead and weigh that entire vessel. We're going to mark that weight down because you will lose some water weight due to evaporation once you put it into the water bath. So weigh the entire vessel, write that number down, and then we'll add water back in later. I'm going to put a little piece of tin foil over the top to try to avoid a lot of water evaporation. But we're going to move on to our oil phase now, starting off with stearic acid. It's a fatty acid that acts like the backbone of the cream structure. It's what gives the product its firmness, body, and that satisfying cushion, you know, when you scoop it out of the jar. So even though the word acid can sound harsh, stearic acid is not exfoliating or irritating. It's completely skin friendly. It helps stabilize the emulsion, it thickens the texture, and it gives the cream that smooth, luxurious feel when you rub it in. Next up, we're going to be adding vitamin E. It's one of those classic skin-loving ingredients that earns its spot in almost every rich cream. It's a powerful antioxidant, which means that it helps to protect your skin and the oils in your formula from oxidation. So when your oils are exposed to air and light, they can slowly go rancid and lose their benefits. Vitamin E steps in really to slow down that process, keeping your emollients like avocado and shea butter fresher for longer. Our next ingredient is going to be caprylic capric triglyceride, otherwise known as CCT. It's one of my go-to emollients because of how light and silky it feels on the skin. It's derived from coconut and glycerin. It gives that smooth, cushiony glide that makes a cream feel instantly luxurious instead of greasy. In this particular formula, it's going to help soften the skin while improving how the heavier butters and oils absorb. It acts almost like a carrier, spreading everything like evenly and making the texture feel balanced. Next up, we have sticky and a little bit stinky lanolin, and that's because it's made from sheep's wool. Don't worry about it. That smell does not carry over into the final product. It's one of those old school ingredients that stood the test of time, and for good reason. It's a natural wax. Again, it's derived from sheep's wool, and its structure is actually very similar to the lipids of our own skin. And so it's really great in this particular product. It's an incredible occlusive, meaning that it forms a protective barrier on the skin that locks in moisture and helps prevent water loss, which is especially important in the cold, dry winter air. Next up, we're going to put in some lovely avocado oil. It's one of the richest, most nourishing oils that you can use in a winter formula. It's packed with fatty acids, especially oleic and palmitic acids, that help replenish dry, depleted skin and restore that smooth, supple feel. It also contains natural vitamins A, D, and E, which give it extra skin conditioning power. What I particularly love about avocado oil is that it doesn't just sit on the surface. It really sinks in and helps soften those dry patches that come with cold weather. And the avocado oil in this formula balances really, really well with the lanolin and the butters. And speaking of butters, here comes shea butter. It's one of those ingredients that our skin just loves, especially in the winter. It's rich and creamy, full of fatty acids, and it helps to nourish and protect dry, damaged skin. What makes shea butter special is its occlusive and emollient balance. It forms a thin protective film that locks in moisture while also softening rough spots and improving elasticity over time. Our next ingredient is mango butter. It's like shea butter's lighter, silkier cousin. Think of it that way. It has a very similar fatty acid profile. It's rich in oleic and stearic acids, but with a smoother, drier feel that helps balance the richness of heavier butters. In this hand repair cream, it adds body and structure without making the formula too dense. It's going to melt right into your skin, leaving that soft, velvety finish instead of an oily residue. Next up, we have emulsifying wax NF, and it's what makes this entire formula possible. It's the bridge that allows water and oil, two things that naturally want to separate, to come together into one smooth, stable cream. It works by surrounding the tiny oil droplets and helping them stay evenly dispersed throughout the water phase, giving us that perfectly blended texture. Without it, you just have a puddle of oil floating on top of your water. The next ingredient is cetearyl alcohol. It's a fatty alcohol, not the drying kind that you find in hand sanitizers, but a rich, waxy emollient that gives body and smoothness to the cream. In this formula, it works right alongside the emulsifying wax and the stearic acid to create that thick, whipped texture that feels cushiony and soft on the skin. It adds slip, so the cream is going to glide on easily without dragging. Cetearyl alcohol also helps to stabilize the emulsion too, which means that it keeps the product from separating over time. And as a bonus, it leaves that silky, non-greasy finish that makes a cream feel professionally formulated. So next we're going to have dimethicone. It's a lightweight silicone that adds a final touch of smoothness and protection to the formula. It forms a breathable barrier on the skin that helps lock in moisture while keeping out irritants. It's perfect for winter, dry, overwashed hands. What I love about dimethicone is the way that it changes the texture. It gives the cream that silky, almost powdery after feel, so it absorbs quickly, it leaves no greasy residue, and it still feels protective. Our oil phase is all ready to go. We're going to take both of them and we're going to put them into the water bath. I will bring you back when we are ready to go to the next stage. All right, let's go ahead and stir our water, and then we're going to weigh it and add back some of the water that we lost to evaporation. At this point, we're going to go ahead and take that glycerin slurry that we made earlier, and we're going to go ahead and add that to our water portion. side, and we're going to go ahead and get our oil portion up underneath because it's a bigger vessel to work with. All right, we're just going to turn this on low. We're going to start pouring our water portion in. All right, we're just going to let this continue mixing as it's cooling down. All right, let's go ahead and check our temp so we can add our preservative. We're at about 107. That's good enough for Germal Plus, which is what we're going to be using today. So let's go ahead and add that in. So the Germal Plus is our preservative, and even though it's used in the tiniest little amount, it's one of the most important ingredients in the entire formula. Because this is a water-based cream, it's the perfect environment for mold, yeast, and bacteria to grow if it's left unprotected. So Germal just steps in to keep that from happening. It provides broad spectrum protection, meaning that it covers both bacteria and fungi, and it's affected at a very low usage rate. All right, at this point, we're going to go ahead and turn this off, and we can go ahead and pour it into our jars. Okay, you guys, that's it. We're going to leave this sit overnight. I'll bring you back in the morning and we'll do a little test run. It is the next day, and let's take a look and see how the cream made out overnight. It's like whipped cream. It's so fluffy and it's silky looking. Let's go ahead and try some. That's going to be for me. Rubs right in, no soaping. Immediately you're going to feel a plumpness to your skin. Like immediately there's a plumpness. And you can see my skin is like bouncing right back, where normally the skin would stay up a little bit. After I pull it up, it would stay up, which means A, I'm dehydrated, which we all are to some degree, but my skin is not doing well, right? So you can see how plump and elastic, like immediately. It feels great. There you go. These are for a friend of mine. And there you have it, a rich, deeply hydrating hand cream that brings instant relief to dry winter skin. My hands really feel very, very soft and supple now. They feel very protective. Exactly what I need when the temperature drops. So if you struggle with dry hands this time of year, give this formula a try and let me know how it works for you in the comments section. I would be grateful if you liked, subscribed, and shared this video with anybody who you feel may benefit from it, because YouTube has not been pushing out anybody's videos lately. It's a thing. Everybody's complaining about it. So your help is really greatly appreciated. Thanks again for hanging out with me today at Creation Station, and I'll see you in the next formulation.